Okay, so we have a new crew member now. An aspiring demon hunter named Edward. He seems like he's going to be a valuable ally, and obviously he'd be our into the demon hunters, so we're going to have to keep him in mind. Now, I've spoken before of the live stream intentions I have. Essentially, this has taken longer than I imagined before you have to be forced to join a faction, so I think what I'm going to do... I'm probably going to continue my Voodoo Pirates playthrough from however far I get with this character before joining the Guardians. And when I make my Demon Hunter, who I'm probably going to save for last, I'm going to start him kind of almost from the beginning, because he's the character I want to do with a negative soul value. So I'm already at plus 8 here. 50 is pretty much the absolute neutral area. So I want to do him as the more demonic character, so I'm going to do nothing but negative soul value options from that point on, or as many of them as I can figure out. And that's how that's going to work. Okay, no chance of opening that.
I have no meat to roast.
Let's have a sip. So this was the camp of the water carriers in Risen 2, including that drunk bastard. And I believe somewhere up there would have been where we led... I can't remember the dude's name. Yeah, it would have been kind of this way. There should be a cave up here. This is where we led that, I think his name was Butch or something. We led him into the cave, and then you could have, like, beat him up or just shot him. Obviously, shooting him for some reason did not actually kill him. And you could only shoot him if you had the Nuff Set ability. Where's Bones? Bones seems to be having a bit of trouble. I have no idea where he is. It's not a big deal. We can handle this on our own, I think. Here's a book.
The oldest circle of cultists used the same ritual knife throughout the centuries, until it became old and dull. Since then, the druids have kept it as a relic as part of their legacy. I should have a closer look at that.
So I do really like the legendary item system that they have. Oh, Shadow Ghoulie. Fucking hell, man. Eat that. Can't handle me. Oh, there's Bones. What the hell are you doing there? He must have found his own way around. Not sure if we just found a shortcut or what. Oh, there's a Lindwurm. Oops, I ate something. Whoa! You little bugger. Oh, I saw this on easy, don't I? When I was doing the video.
Bloody shadows.
Let's see what this beastie is like. So I guess this Lindwurm counts as one of the shadow monsters. 'Cause that's what Bones is referring to it as. Things remind me a lot of the demons from the original two Gothics. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Help me, Bones. Oh, he got me. Wow. Okay, so his tail swipe. I can't tell, but it seemed to ignore my block there. It's possible that that's an unblockable attack.
I'm going to crush a few skulls now. Bloody shadows.
Have to be very careful about that. Definitely don't try to spam this guy. But don't rely on blocking him either. course, with bones helping us, it's gonna be quite a bit easier. Yeah, he even got bones there pretty good with that tail swipe, so. These things are rough. Like, my goodness. Oh, shit, bugger. No fireballs for you. So these guys have a less exploitable AI. You cannot just spam them. It seems to be the issue with much larger enemies. So you can't just spam them and expect to stun lock them infinitely. There's gotta be something. This must be, you can almost get in there, but it must be somewhere you have to send your monkey. Unless I could find a way to climb over. Oh! Just might have that. Of course, once I climb over, if I manage to, I will have no choice but to teleport back out. Oh! Jesus. I had it before. What has changed? Alright, whatever. Shall worry about it another time. That looks like an ore vein. I guess it's not. So are we really trying to do anything here? If there's not a quest out here, I'm not really going to go this way yet. This is quite tough. Fragile past sins. Antigua. Chaos in Harbor Town. Okay, so I was wondering about that. When it said Harbor Town, when I saw that in like a video somewhere, I thought it might have been actually referencing Harbor Town Faranga, which made me think that maybe by some miraculous possibility we would have ended up back there. Well, I think that's too much effort for them to do. Because it would be sinful if Faranga looked nothing like it used to. But obviously Faranga's destroyed, so going back there wouldn't have too much purpose, unless we were trying to take out a Titan Lord there. But speaking of Titan Lords, there's still no revelation on what these Shadow Lords have to do with the Titan Lords. Alright, Alvi.
I have killed several of the hellhounds already.
Where, exactly?
2 on the beach to the east.
Well done.
Blood Oath Square's clear.
Good. Those bastards bothered me the most.
No wonder they're on your door.
The warehouse has been dealt with.
The warehouse? As well. That could have been bad. Good work.
That's it. The hellhounds are finished.
Very good, my boy. And here I was thinking that this was the end of the town.
Yeah. Would have been a pity.
Precisely, and that's why we have to rebuild it.
Sounds like you've got a plan.
I have, but we need help. We need fresh blood. We're definitely not the only community that's fighting for survival. We have to convince the others out there to forge an alliance with us.
And how exactly? Meanwhile...
You will not escape your fate, so
Peter
enjoy
Marker.
your existence while you can. Soon your soul will belong to me.
So I think he was
How about some
referencing us.
equipment?
This is all I can give you.
That's all.
What did you expect? We have fallen on hard times.
Come on.
All right. Here's something else. But if you want more, you'll have to do more than slay a few hellhounds, all right?
Sure. The back country's infested with them.
More hellhounds?
Not just them. Demonic warriors were there as well, until recently.
Where the hell is this spawn coming from?
Where do you think? Perhaps one of those crystal portals in the hills?
You've got to find what's behind this and eliminate it.
Do you know how to destroy a crystal portal?
Ask a sorcerer. I haven't got the foggiest idea.
I'll take care of your crystal portal.
That would be good. I'm afraid the town can't withstand another onslaught.
An alliance? With Antigua, the pirates' headquarters?
Why not? Weren't we the ones who saved the world from certain destruction by the Titans? Weren't we the ones who still sailed the seas until the great battle against Mara?
We? What the fuck do you mean by we?
Fine, true. The other guilds weren't quiescent either. Which is why it's so important that we cooperate with them.
That sounds like a challenge.
It is. The hardest thing will be to stay calm for the time being. We mustn't exhaust ourselves during the first skirmishes against Crow and his fleet. You are our best hope now. You speak for us all. You lead the captains of the other community's ships into our harbor, until such time as we have assembled enough firepower to rout Crow's fleet of ghost ships. Only then will we be ready to strike back.
Right. I'll convince the other captains about the alliance with Antigua.
Good. And I'll prepare the town for our visitors. I hope there's lots of them and they're willing to add their firepower to the defense of the harbor. Since you're already here, you can align yourself with one of them. We would benefit from their strength.
A word about the pirate alliance.
Go ahead.
How about you? Couldn't you also contribute a seaworthy ship?
The last ship that was anchored here was Captain Morgan's.
Morgan? You're talking about Slane's ship. Morgan was just his helmsman.
Well, after Slane's demise, he seized command of the ship.
I remember Morgan.
Since then, he's been roaming the seas, looting and torching everything before his cannons.
I shot him. I think I shot him. This will probably be a little cut to our previous adventures in Risen 2, if I can find out which episode it actually happened in. Okay, so assuming we just got back from that.
We need Morgan on side. He and Slane's old crew would be a great asset for the cause.
You can put that idea right out of your mind. Morgan has been uncontrollable ever since he tasted blood. You wouldn't recognize him anymore.
He was an asshole to begin with.
I'm not going to dismiss such a great ship so quickly.
As you wish. I'll just have to look on and see how you two wear yourselves out.
Where can I find Morgan?
He's out there somewhere, and he'll probably find you first.
Which factions do you think would join us?
The Captain's Council is weakened. We need anyone who has a ship and can command it. And here I make no distinction between a club-swinging native or a tome-reading mage, as long as they have enough marrow in their bones to support our cause and stand up against Crow and his ghost ships.
I understand.
So that's that. Seems that knowledge of Crow's exploits has reached here a long time ago, even though we only recently encountered him. So he must have been a threat that they were already aware of while we were in a coma of sorts, very deathly coma. So this is the point where you're intended to branch out and explore all the other factions and find one that you're going to go with. Now, see, this is the troubling part, is I wanted to do two things. First, I wanted to do a first impressions video, but since I've only scratched the surface, I don't think I'm really ready to do that yet. But apart from that, I also wanted to be able to do the live stream soon enough, and since I since it gives us the opportunity to touch into all the factions before we join them, I think that's valuable experience to do before we actually commit to something. So, I guess the live streams are going to have to wait a little while longer, guys. I'm sorry about it. But, I don't know. I'll try to make this quick as possible. Actually, you know what? Maybe I won't do it that way. Maybe I'll just join the Guardians. You know what? Yeah, that actually makes sense. If I just join the Guardians now, the live streams will be sort of my research into the other factions. So I can cover all bases without having to do it all in one playthrough. So it's not so much of a clusterfuck. So we're just going to go straight for the Guardians this time. Guys, ready? We're going to Taranis.
What do you think of this place?
I'm surprised that nobody has laid waste to this place. Pirates are a pitiful, lowly people fighting for survival. But if you want to sail the seas, you have to come to some arrangement with them.
I've got some sort of soul dust here. Have you ever seen anything like it before?
It's extremely valuable. You'll need it if you leave the path of humanity.
You mean it can make people more human? How?
Give me 5 portions of soul dust, and I'll be able to show you.
Here. Soul dust for humanity.
Good. Then keep still, and close your eyes. All right. You've become a little more human.
How did you do that?
That's my secret. As long as I sail under your flag, we can trade in soul dust.
Interesting. So that's kind of honestly, a pretty boring cop-out. I knew the soul dust was how you regained humanity, but overall, it's not a very complex measure, is it? Aren't you too funny?
Tell me a little more about your forebears.
The Dark Warriors of Calador were once the custodians of peace in these parts. They faded into obscurity, but they still exist. We are under threat from the shadows, and the green fires are burning.
What do you think about this place?
The pirates know how to live it up, huh? The pursuit of wealth and glory is the task of a lifetime. Just as well that they are such good sailors. Especially when you want your bread buttered on both sides.
I like the companions so far. They're a little bit better than the ones in Risen 2. I like that Bones was kind of one of the first ones. Bones was someone you could honestly leave behind, as far as I know. Alright, so Taranis is our destination. We don't need this. And here we are on Taranis. So this is kind of the big center of a lot of things, really. It's most important because this is where the Guardians are, and that's what we're going to join. But it's also interesting. This is the island that the beta version, I think a lot of people would have been playing this at the RPC demo. Not to mention this is where Gronk's Let's Play was taking place. So what interests me is during those playthroughs they always had Mendoza as a spirit following them. So that's going to be one of the things I investigate. I think Mendoza might only become a follower if your soul is towards demonic, because then you are more attuned with the demonic spirits of the underworld, so maybe you can get him as a follower. Anyway, you're the person we need to bring ashore, so we're going to talk to these guys before we do that. None of them seem to have anything to say about it. So...
Well, we're on Taranis. What will you do now?
The mage Erasmus sent me to Tacarigua to get the monolith stone for him. He needs it for his experiment. He calls it his reactor. If I turn up at Erasmus's, I will have to justify myself again for all sorts of crap.
Come on, give me the stone. I'll do it for you.
Really? I owe you one. Here's the stone. Take it to Erasmus. He will be pleased.
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad that I'm part of your crew. But to be honest, I should go and speak to Faruko. He told me that I should come and see him when I'm back from Takarigua.
What's the problem? Just go and speak to Faruko.
Yeah, sure. Which means I'll get yet another lecture from him. Responsibility and the consequences of not following the Major's orders, blah, blah. Okay, I took a little longer than intended on Takarigua. But it was a real tough nut to crack.
Why did you go to the Majors anyway?
The Majors are smart, no question about it. But sometimes their words of wisdom can really get on your nerves. I just think the Majors could show a little more gratitude. After all, we're risking life and limb for them.
What if I speak to Faruko?
Well, you've actually helped me enough already. I don't know if I can ask that of you as well.
I'll survive.
All right. Thanks. I will return the favor. Just don't tell him I've been on a thieving spree on Takarigua. He's already... Well, you'll find out when you talk to him.
Where is this Faruko?
I guess he'll be in the Great Hall in the Mage Camp. He's usually there.
Come on, let's go.
Yes!
So although we don't really want to take him to those guys, maybe we will anyway, just for the lulz. I just want to see what he's like as a companion, because obviously he has
Gnomes as
magic.
dock workers. I've never really thought much of that idea.
Why do you think that?
Because there'd be more goods disappearing than arriving.
I suppose there would be.
That's correct.
What's correct?
No cargo then.
Your Eldrick's voice!
What?
Didn't you arrive in that boat over there? What cargo are you carrying?
Just us.
Oh, so you're not here to deliver goods to the mage camp?
No. You mages set up a camp.
Yes. It's in the heart of this island. If you want to visit, go and see Baker. You can find him to the right of the warehouse up the hill. Ask him to take you there. It can be pretty dangerous without a guide. Stay away from both the forest and the big lake, if you don't want to end up as a water lizard's dinner.
All right.
Yeah, I've made most of them my dinner. They're no trouble for me. Hey guys. You know, we've been at it long. It's been a very difficult journey so far. Why don't we take a rest? I'm so glad we can do this again. Serves very little purpose, but it's just that extra tiny bit of immersion that we need.
Rum!
What's the matter?
Safi wants rum. You have?
Do I look like an innkeeper?
Stupid! Safi loves gaga drink. When time comes, Safi make strongest drink of all.
Damn, you're excited.
A gnome who drinks rum?
Whatever you don't have in your head, you haven't drunken yet.
What are you on about? Perhaps I should give up drinking.
Homie prefer water?
No, rum is all right. What do you think about the mages?
Mage funny. No interest in doolally drink. Only want shiny stones from mountain. Pirates better.
And more drunk. Don't you want any gold and gems?
Course I do. But liquid gold brings even greater joy.
You mean rum?
Yip Yip has magic powers. Homies say that rum makes ugly people beautiful.
Well, yeah. But only until you wake up next to them.
What?
Forget it. Can you teach me something about making rum?
Safi can, but it cost gold.
I don't really care.
What do you have to offer?
Beautiful dinghy. Homie, looky.
Safi, I feel like he was one of the... That seemed like the name of one of the villagers from the Isle of Thieves. But speaking of which, we do go back to the Isle of Thieves, so... Yeah, he's got nothing really here. Do we have anything we could sell him? Yeah, I just want to kind of keep that. Do I have... I never really picked up the shadow weapons, too many of them. I'll sell what I have, though. Alright. Who are you? Rummold.
25 packs of sausages, 35 wheels.
Remember this.
Cheese, 200 bottles of spirits. 8 salted warthogs. Huh? What is it?
Nice harbor. Who's all the junk for?
Junk? These are the best goods from the remotest parts of the world. You have any idea how much logistic effort goes into acquiring all that stuff? A safe trading route, capable and seaworthy crew, reliable suppliers.
I wanted to know who it was for.
Oh, I see. For the mages, of course.
Right. Do you also sell it?
Only if you can pay. And if your pockets are empty, don't even think about nicking anything.
I won't think about it.
I wasn't planning to.
Good, because there are 2 things I can't stand. Rats in my goods and louse-ridden thieves.
Have you got a problem with thieves?
Yes, damn it. And I'm not happy about it.
Do you know who robbed you?
It must have been the gnomes.
It's them, without a doubt.
But I don't want to have them strung up until I'm absolutely certain. Someone will have to lie in wait at night among the chests. Then we'll get wise to these filthy thieves.
Which crates are you talking about?
There's a stack of crates and barrels near the quayside. Just head down the stairs near the warehouse and keep to your right. You can't miss it.
What do I get if I help you?
If you're serious about it, then I'm sure we could find something.
Could you be a little more precise? I'm really not interested in rusty soup ladles.
Oh, it'll be a nice surprise. I promise I'll fork out for it.
You better be right.
I'll find out who's stealing from you.
Great. And in the meantime, I'll get a few nooses ready for some gnomes' necks.
Calm down and be patient.
Yeah. Just remember, if you want to keep a lookout from near those crates, you'll have to do it at night. If it helps, you could always hit the sack for a few hours beforehand.
Show me your goods.
So what do you have to sell? Throwing knives? You know, I think I'll take a 10 gold apiece. It's gonna be 200 gold. Whatever. Worth it. Ancient knowledge. Not too sure what you use those for just yet. Tail spikes. Dragon's tail spikes. Unless I meant dragon snapper, because I can't imagine there are actually dragons in this game. So throwing knives are quite powerful in this game, so we're gonna have those ready as well. There's a book on the table here. No one seems to care that I took it. So they've added a lot of books back to the game, which is kind of cool. You all can read this if you want. I'm not gonna worry about it. It's kind of a big one. Seems to be a diary of sorts. There's the Pirate's Creed. Yeah, that's for Wilson. Isn't that just adorable? Broken sword. So, from what I've kind of picked up, it seems like Sebastiano. The reason the quest failed as soon as you left is because he leaves after your first departure from Tacarigua. So the first time you leave, I guess if we go back there, he's probably not going to be back there again. There's a lot of shit going down on this island.
Hello, little fella.
Little? Gaddy no little. The average gnome is 3.5 feet tall. Gaddy is 3 3/4 feet tall.
Don't look any bigger.
You're quite the clever one, aren't you?
Oh yes, Gaddy sometimes help Master Rummold with counting. You want to play a game?
Why not?
Vamos! Then listen to Gaddy very close. If Rummold drinks some rum, how many rums does he have left at the very least?
What? How many rums is...
Can you repeat the question?
Yip yip, pay attention. If Rummold drinks some rum, how many rums does he have left at the very least?
The very least, none, right?
None?
Wrong, homie. He has
Oh,
one in
you
his name.
dirty bastard!
Rummold. Does homie get it?
Right. Yeah.
Always practice counting. Good for brain and purse.
You dirt dog.
Rummold thinks you gnomes are stealing from him.
Rummold is pig-headed.
So you think he's wrong?
Definitely. Homies at Harbor are our friends. Harbor thieves mess up Gaddy's plans. Gnu could not do that to Gaddy.
Can you teach me something?
Although Gaddy not good teeth, Gaddy still teach you how to steal dinghy. Gnu are naturally good thieves. But you should watch out when you steal from homies. Among Gnu, it is an honor not to get caught, but homies don't like one bit. But don't let that stop you, homie.
Do you also trade goods?
Trado? Yip yip, homie.
What do you got to
Let's
sell?
trade.
Oh, he's got some armor. Just basic clothes, actually. Let's buy some bullets for now. I'll take it. Let's check out the ship. Oh, is this a ship we can get?